I forgot that we got this. Our son's not a teenager yet. Our partner is a whole 2 weeks younger than us. What the fuck has been happening here? These guys kind of need something bigger, but they don't exactly have the money to go bigger. I forgot that we did that. I had this kid study physiology and he jumped rope for like an hour and now he's just an athletic god. Oh, so the articles do get saved if you get interrupted. I am so glad that that's the case because I've had so many that got interrupted. Good kid. Oh, my son wants to learn couples counselling. What are you, like 8? The fuck? Why do our bills cost so much? What the fuck? I'm kind of just emotionally lost right now. We have a lemon! And a shopping basket. Check the food supplies real quick. Yeah, I think it might almost be time to try and move these people out into a nicer house. I reckon they could probably financially figure that out. They could definitely find it. How is this lot worth 20,000? What? How is this lot worth 20,000? I don't understand that one. I've got no idea what this kid's career future is gonna look like, and I don't know why I just hovered over him as if he's got a life goal. He's like fucking 8. He doesn't have a life goal yet. We really need to unlock some new career paths, honestly, because I feel like everyone's just going for the same like 4 or 5 jobs at the moment. Unless, like, life goals say something else. Ah! No! Stop it! Bad! Evil! I apologise for the overreaction. Another bot arrived in chat. That's what. Was Mum just reading to him while he slept? Alright, do you have a life goal now? Become a prestidigitator. Oh, I literally just said, like 5 minutes ago, I can't put him into the entertainment career because I literally just assigned somebody else to that. In the rules for this challenge, it is said that career level advancement is supposed to be tied to your Sims education level. Based on how high their education went and what grades they got, that limits how far they can progress in their career. However, the mods that I needed to actually enforce this rule didn't work. So if I were to keep that rule, I would have to manually myself make sure that the Sims in question never reach the required like skill level or like networking level to get promoted beyond that. And I had said specifically that if I were to introduce this rule, it would be for the generation that comes after the founders. The founders, such as Olivia Shan here, they can go as high as they're capable of in what time they have. But then after that, everybody else has to obey the education rule. However, prestidigators specifically, this is one of the few jobs in the challenge where you need to get somebody to level 10 in this one in order to unlock other jobs. Specifically, nobody is allowed to enter the show business career until there is at least one level 10 prestidigator. That's not even how you pronounce it. Prestidigator, whatever, I don't care. You need at least one level 10 prestidigator in the neighborhood before anybody can join the show business career. Now, obviously, we're talking about something that's way off in the future and comes with the university expansion when we finally unlock a university. And we still need to figure out how I'm actually going to do that. So my thinking is, for the careers like prestidigator, where reaching the maximum level in it unlocks access to other careers, do we waive the education rule entirely for those ones? Side note, the other career that I can think of that has that rule is the intelligence career. And the intelligence career requires someone who is level 10 in either of the following: criminal, police, military. You need to have someone who is level 10 in any one of those three in order to unlock one person working in the intelligence career. And I feel like we could waive that rule for the criminal career path as well, right? I think we can take someone who's basically just like a dropout, and canonically they could become a master criminal. Running through college several hundred times will make you mad. Exactly. In order to get level 10, based on the education rule, you have to go through college with a GPA of 4.0 every single time. Exactly. You don't need to be that, but at the same time, I guess that it draws into the whole evil genius persona, you know? Like, I'm Dr. Evil. Okay, good talk. We're raving this rule. That was the very first expansion that Sims 2 had. I feel like they should have added lore and... Oh. Oh, we got demoted. Walk back to work? I fucking love this computer now. I really do. It is just so good. Oh, it's broken. Okay, you know what? Right, fuck it. Seeing as I'm looking at this kid's career paths, skill paths. Oh, he's been fired. You know, we're just gonna leave him like that. He's gonna stay fight because he's only got like 1 week left until he grows old. What's the point in getting a new job just to retire in a few days anyway? We've just burnt our salmon. Gordon Ramsay would be so mad. Also, in this family, we've been spamming writing articles so much that we've raised 15,000 in funds, and somehow this lot value is 21k in value. I'm just quickly calculating their taxes, by the way. 21.8 plus 2, 22, 16, that's 38, that's 3,800 in taxes. That is huge. Right, I'm now going to move them in here because they've got 34k. They shouldn't be living in a house like this if they've got 34k available to them. And so someone else who needs a property of this size will eventually move into it. Now, here are the other rules that I wanted to talk about as like possibilities. So, as you might remember, this family over here, they had 2 children, and then I thought, I want to go through one more pregnancy, just one. And then that turned into twins, and then all 4 of those children got taken away by social services because of some bullshit reason. I can't even remember what it was, but it was bullshit. As a result of that, the Shen family was left without an heir, so they had to have a 5th child, but I then had to clear the other 4 out of the family tree. I couldn't just leave them in the adoption pool forever. So what ended up happening there was we made a servo with the Shen name, and that servo then adopted all 4 of those children, and I then played through their week of this offline, and they have now all grown up to teenagers. Here is my issue. The rules state that when each of them becomes an adult, they have to move out on their own and start their own families. If I do that, I'm then going to have a situation where there's like 6 or 7 different households all over the place that all have the exact same family name, and it will get confusing to manage. Therefore, I think I want to propose that in cases where children get taken away from the main family line, but they maintain the name via being adopted by the servo, that we treat this as a bastard line. You know, like get some Game of Thrones in there. This is the bastard line of the Shen family. And so they are no longer considered important to the Shen story, but their lives will still be played out as they are people of the town. Now, this little child here, Brian Shen, he is the heir to the Shen throne, as he is the only legitimate Shen left. So whoever he has children with, those children have to take the Shen name. The Shen name has to always exist. I'm proposing that bastards don't keep the Shen name when they marry. I'm also going to propose that the bastards aren't expected to have families, so if I can't find a reliable partner for Terry, Terry will just grow old and die alone. And that'll be fine. Additionally, if any more of like the future mainline Shens get thrown into the foster system, say for example Kirsty or Christopher, they could then adopt that Shen so that they keep the Shen line, unless either Christopher or Kirsty have already taken somebody else's name. Or even then I might just do it anyway. There was an additional point of order that I wanted to consider when it comes to... Yes, I remember it now. So, another rule that's in place is that the heir of the Shen line cannot, for example, cannot cross with the heir of the Sean line, for example. So Sean only has one child, a daughter. Shen only has one legitimate child, a son. They can't get married and have children because then that would wipe out one of the lines. However, what if, for example, we've got, where is it? Shan. There's two kids here in the bastard Shan line, because obviously the real Shan family are the ones that I just moved out here. I believe it would be fair to have the bastards of the Shen family move in and have lives with the bastards of the Shan family. Additionally, I think it would also be fair if, say, Marianne Shan drew the interests of that's a bad example because everyone else is daughters. So let's say if Sadie Shun drew the interests of Ethan Shan, that would be an eligible relationship for marriage, provided that he takes her name because she is the heir. That's another rule that I want to consider proposing, because the rules pretty much just say that when it comes to family lines and finding suitable partners, you always have to go for an NPC, you always have to choose a townie. And I'm basically just saying, I've got a bunch of spare kids here from the main families who aren't in the main families anymore. Why can't we just use them?